Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ohio Richlands. So we've just bought another 500 chickens, which gives us 2,500 in total. What we need to do first though, we did drop off wool to both productions, which is this one as well. We still need to go down and move some things about, pick up some clothes and take it back as well. We also need to start the sugar beet production because we do need to produce more to put into here. We've only got 4,200 litres left. We also need to take down all the milk we have, which will be there. We've got 30,000 litres, so we need to get that sorted out just now. Also the Angus cows, we have this one's at 27 months to sell, and we've got these calves in today as well, so they need to be sold. I think all the other animals are up to date. We do need to give the Angus cows some hay because they are very low, and a mix of TMR for these guys as well. Keep an eye on the food for these guys because we need to sell the eggs once. We'll just wait until it's full. It should be either today or maybe, well, it's back at 10 now, so I think maybe tomorrow morning they should be empty. Then we can get all of these sold and move on to what we're planning to do next. I did think about taking this on for the extra sugar beet. Because it's going straight to sugar mill, it would just, as soon as the contract completes, we'll get every single extra litre that there is. But the soybeans contract came through, so we need to get that sorted. There's not going to be enough to actually start the production again, but it's going to give us extra for when we come to need it next year. So we need to get that contract done. We've just bought the chickens, we're waiting to get the Angus cows sold, feed the Angus cows and the dairy cows, take the load of milk down. The sugar we just started the sugar production, that's fine. The raisins we need to move into storage. We'll maybe take it back down to our yard. Yeah, I think that's maybe best. Store them until next year because we're going to have to wait until next year now. We need to fertilise both barley fields as well. And I think that's about all we have to do for today, unless anything else comes up. So, let's get cracking with this episode. Well, here we are at the Angus cows, so we'll just get these guys sold, which is that one's there. So $31,250 in total. We'll add that $1,000 for the transport back in, and let's go and get the Angus cows fed. Well, that's us up here now with completing that contract. We've got 39,848 litres of soybeans. So we'll see how much that's worth. There wasn't much in that back trailer. Right, we'll unload this side now. I don't know how much we're going to be left over with, but the contract itself was only worth 6,800, so I'm assuming there's not going to be much, maybe a couple thousand litres at most. There we go, just 17,500 litres to go. Well, only 59% transported, so I think it's going to be quite a bit. It's going to take quite a bit of this. I thought it moved there, but there's a worker out on the field just now with a cotton harvester. 94%. No, I don't think there's going to be much left here. There we go. I have 3,700. Yeah, we can keep that. Right, let's go and complete this contract. So field 7, $6,808. We took on this one because it was a decent price, 15,800, and it is quite a big field. So I'm hoping we get quite a large amount left over. It's not really beneficial, but we are just going to sell it straight away. We're not going to try and keep a bit of a bale to put down into the spinnery. So it's just going to get sold straight away. That's going to boost our income just a little bit for today. But just now we're going to head back down to the yard. We did get the animals fed. The sugar production started, obviously you know that earlier on. Milk's down to the dairy, and the wool is into both spinneries. Now we need to move the fabric to the tailor shop, take clothes back, move chocolate pallets, and make sure everything's running smoothly down at the production area. So we'll see you down there in just a minute. Well, that's that cotton contract now complete. We got $8,375 of the cotton that was on top of the contract that we sold. So minus the $3,378 lease cost of the equipment, $15,836 in total, minus the lease gives us $12,457 in the bank. There's still a couple. That one's still really tempting to do, but it is... it's going to be well into tomorrow afternoon till it is finished if we took it on now. There's a sunflower contract. I don't think there's much use for sunflowers. We haven't got any as yet, and I don't think we can do anything with them. So we'll just leave that just now. We won't do any of them. These chickens should last till tomorrow. Then the feed should be right down to about maybe 1,000 litres, maybe less, left in the grain bin. They are okay now, maybe a bit of water later on. When are these guys due actually? Still a couple of months yet until we can sell these ones. We're 2,000 litres of milk already off them as well. They're okay for feed. In fact, we can maybe top up water. Yeah, top up water, and when we're up there tomorrow we can get the grass bales into their pen. And these guys, see now it's going through the feed kind of quickly now. We've got 8,500 litres of eggs, but we're just going to leave it in there. Could potentially take over a trailer load of feed tomorrow to these guys. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll need to go down to... don't know how much pallets of sugar there's going to be actually, but we need to go down there and move the pallets around. Plenty of milk in there now, 40,000 litres. We just need to move over some sugar. Keep on top of that. I think that's everything else. Yeah, right, we are going to take a run back down to the farm, check out the production area, and see what we've got in the morning. Before we do that, let's check the sale. Oh, we did buy a pallet of diesel as well. I wondered what that was. I've never seen that before. A roller and a weeder. Well, we don't need any of that. Let's head back down to the yard and we'll see you first thing in the morning. Well, it's now the next day. We're into October 2nd now, and we finally remembered to take down this pallet of sugar that's been sitting at the yard for, I've got no idea how long, but we're going to put it in here because that's where the rest of the sugar is going to be going. I will need to move the chocolate onto the truck. I think we're just going to sell the chocolate straight away. But there should be quite a few pallets of sugar here. We'll get them put into the dairy. It's got plenty of milk in there. We'll take all the clothes back to the yard, and I think that's about it for down here. It's just to keep this chocolate factory going, the dairy going to produce the chocolate. This is probably not going to work out well. Gets them closer anyway, it saves so much trips back and forth. Yep, thought that was going to happen. Right, we'll get this done. There's a pallet of clothes there, fabric to move over, there's 2 pallets of clothes up there, and we've got 3 pallets of chocolate as well to take over to sell. So we'll go and get that done. We've also taken on a contract on field 24. We just did the cotton on it not long ago. So we've got that. It's $15,836 and it's a cultivating contract. So we'll get that done. We need to take the raisins back to our yard as well to store. There we go. And then finally we'll get round to fertilising our barley field as well, because that needs to be done today. And we can have a look at the grass field later on as well. I don't think it needs anything, but it should be ready to harvest potentially tomorrow again. Why is it only picking up one at a time now? Not sure. Right, we'll go and get this done. He's 40% complete just now, so not too long until he's finished. We'll get him back to the yard. So we'll get this done and we'll see you in just a little bit. Well, here we are back at the new chicken barn. We have a new purchase, which you can see there. There's a couple of new things actually. We'll jump in here, take the forks off because we have a few new cages which we need to put in here for transporting the chickens. There we go. We got an adapter for this to the attacher for a front loader, which is on the back here. We've got 3 new Smart Stack cages for moving chickens for when we buy them and sell them. They were $4,500 for the 3 cages. Now this should work if I've done it the right way around. It looks like it is. We also spent $900 on this Smart Stack adapter because if you remember last time we tried moving it with a telehandler. Oh no, is that it? Let's not break the new tractor though. There we go. Well, the new tractor here, it's the Landini Rex 4. It is a 102 horsepower, so we did get an upgraded engine. $55,500 for it, so it wasn't cheap. Our reason for it, if we look at the map, this needs ploughed, obviously because we've harvested the grapes. And what I've done there, you can still see a strip right in the middle where the vines are. I don't know if it's going to affect next year's crop or not. But if we're going to go all in on this grapes, buy that other field, you know, spend $250,000 on grapevines and really go for it to get the cereal factory as well, make it worthwhile, we'd be as well do it right from the start. The John Deere tractor up there, which is in this shed, it's wider than the implement which is here, that disco vine. And because of that, I think that's why we can't get really close to the vines itself, and it's leaving that little gap. But because that's right where the vines are, I'm guessing it's going to reduce the actual, not the quality of the product, but the amount we get. I'm guessing, I don't know, as I said before, we are completely winging this grapes because we know nothing about it. But for now, we are going to, hopefully the skid steer is going to lift it. If not, we need to go and change it for a telehandler smart stack cage adapter and bring the telehandler over here every time we need to move chickens, which isn't a big deal. It's just more annoying than anything. Right, we are going to get these lifted off, put in there out of the way, go up to our grapevine area and offload that tractor, and then we can do a little bit more up there and see if this is actually going to work. If not, then it was a bit of a waste of money. Oh no, we're going to have issues already. See, this is what it was doing. Why? Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's not the best, but it is on. We're going to go and get rid of this in here, get these offloaded. It really, I don't know. Well, it doesn't seem to move in the skid steer much, or as much as I thought it would. Yeah, this is going to be an issue. I'm not sure why, maybe these aren't done right, I don't know, but... Oh no, here we go. So yeah, we have an issue. There we go, it's off now. So we need to go in dead straight then, I think. Dead straight, forks completely flat for it to lift. It still doesn't really do it. Right, we'll get these offloaded and we'll see you up at the grapevine area in just a second, where we can see if our $55,000 investment was worthwhile or if it was a waste of money. So we'll see you up there in just a minute. Well, here we are just unloading it now. We'll get to see if it does actually make a difference or if it was a big waste of money. First thing we can do though is we can go and complete that contract that we had earlier on for cultivating. There we go. Right, we'll complete that. So cultivating field 24, $15,836. And we'll get the map zoomed in here. So we're trying to get rid of that little line right in the middle. I think it may be easier from the outside view. Yeah, it will be. Because I'm going to end up hitting something. Right, let's see if this works. We'll go along quite a bit. This is actually quite fast, this little tractor. Right, that should be enough. Let's see. No. Okay, unless it's the other side that needs to be done, I don't know. But let's try run up the end, come back down. I'll just cultivate this in anyway. It is meant to be a plough, it's meant to act as like a subsoiler as well, with the baskets on the back to, I can't remember what they're for now. To kind of make it all ready for a seed bed, isn't it? Right, that's that done. Let's try this side and see if it does make a difference. If not, then it was a $55,000 waste of money. Right, take two. Let's hope this does something. I think we'll just run right down the end of it. I think we'll just try and keep as close as we can. Maybe that's a bit too close. I don't know how close I would need to be though, but let's try and just get really close in to see if it does actually do anything. Something tells me that nothing's going to be done. Right, let's take a look. Oh, it has worked. Right, so maybe we did need this tractor after all. I don't think we can get one that's wider, the implement itself. I don't think it's possible. I mean, it would be amazing to get one the whole width of the vines, in between the vines. That would save a lot of time because we've got to run up each side of the vines twice. And I've stuck the tractor already. Well, we're going to crack on and do this. Let's just have a quick check on the chickens first. because I don't think they've got much feed left yet, just 1,000 litres left. So by the end of today, hopefully, they should be ready to go. Once the feed gets right down, so I don't want to waste the barley. But we'll get this done, then we'll go down and we'll finally get around to fertilising our fields with whatever manure we've got, and then use the remaining slurry on the barley fields. And probably jump into tomorrow. Oh, we're going to take 2 loads of barley over to the new chicken barn as well, just to top them up, to keep them going. There is just under 100,000 litres left, but it's better to top it up now when we're not busy than when we need to and we are too busy. Right, we'll get this done and we'll see you in a little minute. Well, that's all 1,500 chickens sold from the old barn at the yard. We got $37,500 for that. Now we've got all the eggs. I misjudged the turn in there. I have to take a second shot at it. But between our yard and the new chicken barn, we've got 29,488 eggs. Hopefully, these all sell in one go, so we get one big payment. We also spent $5,552 repairing the cultivator. That was a lot of fives and I got them all wrong. Anyway, the eggs, $41,826. That is phenomenal just from the eggs, but we're going to have a lot more than that coming through pretty soon once the other barn reaches 5,000 chickens. But for now, we're going to head back to the yard, get a sleep, and we'll see you all for the next episode in the morning, where we're hopefully going to be doing something with that chicken barn. And the greenhouse, I don't think it's worth keeping. I think that's going to go make way for a big shed, which we kind of desperately need as well. There's nowhere else to put sheds. We don't want to take up valuable farmland. And the only other thing we need to put in that farm area is extra grain bins when we get to the point that we really need more. So we're going to leave the episode there and we'll see you again for the next one very soon. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and we'll see you again soon.